are different than the people who work on the programming for the most part. It's like a different people doing different tasks because it is very difficult to make a randomizer.
And yeah, we're already in the. This is the round 2 of the bracket, huh? Top 64, and A is already up 1, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, it's an it. It might be A might be an it. I'm not actually sure. So yeah, this is all it for Mentos. He's got to win or take a back seat.
Yeah, rolling AA for your second round is that's unfortunate. That is very difficult. He's very good at this. For those of you who are new and are like, who's this AA guy? I didn't remember him from the Swiss rounds. Well, that's because he was so good he didn't have to play in them. He won, or he was in top 8, so he got auto ends here. That's where he came from.
Looks like our uncle weapon of the day is the fire rod. Very easy weapon to start with, though it does leave some bomb farming to be desired, so they're going to really hope that they can find... Well, never mind. Okay, we got a sword.
Oh yeah, you know what? Somebody else in chat pointed out, AA also worked on the entrance randomizer for this game, at least every version since, like, I think VT27. He's been part of the entrance randomizer, like, dev squad. So he's actually very good at this game's logic as well.
We've got a nice 20 rupee drop from the first green guard. Well, I guess maybe not the first one, but from a green guard. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's whoa,
nice 8 bomb drop as well.
It was not far into the guard then, so you might... Mentosman might get it off of the forced green guard kill. Oh, okay. So that is very interesting because you can use the green guard now as a thrown weapon against the red guardians or against the ball and chain guard and save a little bit of time.
Sure, you can also just fire rod him, I guess.
Right. I mean, it saves like half. It saves 1 tip of magic, and I guess it would be about the same amount of time as like a sword kill. That's interesting. And we have a sword. Like, this is crazy.
Now, I'm not one to like time things in this game. That's a little bit beyond me. But I think just keeping on the fire rod and torching the ball and chain is going to be a little faster. But Mentos is swapping to the ice rod anyway. What the heck am I talking about? Whatever.
I mean, it's probably faster, but there's something to be said about like saving magic and not having to fill it.
It's the same amount of magic.
No, it's one ice rod shot versus. Oh no, yeah, no, you're right.
One fire rod shot to just flat out kill the ball.
Oh yeah.
This is all for fancy, and I guess I approve.
It's great. AA just going for the easiest strat. Fantastic.
So anyway, hammer, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, wow, this is a stacked, this is something. Jeez.
We already have
found
the only
4 weapons.
The only 4 items we have are all required to finish Turtle Rock. I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna call anything early on or anything. But okay. I think that's just an interesting tidbit of information to know.
There are enough chests left in Turtle Rock in this area. We could, in theory, have all the items required to go into Turtle Rock, I think.
Oh, yeah? We're gonna... I want to see it, dude. I want to see that and have it be the first place to go.
Second gloves, your moon pearl, and the medallion. I think then we can actually just enter Turtle Rock.
And then I guess we
need a hook shot.
Yeah, the hook or the mirror to get over there.
Oh my.
Anyway, whatever. After all that, synced up going upstairs. I love it.
Yeah.
AA does have the 8 bombs, though. Mentosman does not have any yet, so he's going to have to kill a little bit more to try to get that extra bomb drop here.
Mm-hmm. I think they have the sword, so it's not going to be hard to farm guys in here. It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure if... Do you know if the sword green guards and the dagger green guards are different in the drop pools?
No, they should all be the same.
Well, I
And then
think
the rats and the snakes are a different one. So,
okay.
so at
Well,
this
I guess
point,
I don't know.
yeah. So Mentosman just rolled badly. Like there's some bombs. There's a G8 bomb drop as well. But I'm pretty sure they're the same. They're different groups.
Well, that's good. I'm glad I got an 8 bomb and not like a 1 bomb, because that's great, but you know, still not the best. I'm glad it's the same amount. I'm working out about the same number of rupees as well, so we should easily have enough to do the bottle vendor and everything that I need to in town, since we don't need to buy bombs, obviously.
I think the best part about this, honestly, might be that like they don't have to look for the ice rod. That's the best news out of the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, no hunt for the ice rod, no hunt for the silver arrows. I mean, not
Yeah.
not that I think they'd go out of their way hunting for them anyway, but
No,
it's
I don't.
pretty
Think
nice.
These runners need that. These runners have done a lot of silverless runs. AA, I mean, AA's played Insanity difficulty in the past, so
Yeah, that's a lot of bosses will be able to use the ice rod, or the ice rod, the silver arrows on, potentially. I mean, I guess we still need the bow, but I mean, they can use the ice rod too if they want. I'm not one to judge. Definitely be interested in seeing some ice rod strats and some bosses. Mentosman, not interested in going to Kakariko, saving quitting straight out and gonna go down to South Shore, I guess. Maybe really interested in finding perhaps a bottle before getting to town, and maybe even like the flute if he's lucky. And AA doing the exact same
what?
thing. I don't often see people do this, so I think it's interesting
Yeah.
that they're both doing it.
I know AA is part of like that friend group that does this, like specifically attempt to step Kakariko. This is a very swerve, acky kind of thing. They're all kind of friends.
He's trying to
So,
prevent double dipping the town, I guess.
yeah, that's the logic here. You have the weapons to kill Moldorm Cave. You have the bombs to clear it out. We may even see one or both of these runners go to Sashrilla first. Basically, they want, with the hammer, they want both the powder and the bottle. They also don't have 100 monies, so they're also looking for money easily.
Sure. I don't know. I guess the likelihood of there being rupees in the 10 chests above the bottle vendor, and also all of the ruby pots there. There's 43
Something
just
like
in all the
that.
pots there at least. Oh, actually, there's more than that. It's like 55, I think.
That sounds about right. Yeah. But either way, I mean, finding the bottle is an important thing. It does improve the routing a little bit, and like there's no problem with this. They can clear it out easily enough.
Yeah, people might say, "Oh, well, it would be so much faster if they like had the boots or the flute to do all this quickly." But I say, whatever.
With that route in, now they can possibly route in Village of Outcasts if they find the Moon Pearl.
Yep, that is true. That's another pretty nice advantage to doing this, I think. But anyway, as I was saying, I don't think, even if they like got the boots in town, say, and would run over to Ice Rod Cave, I think that's pretty minor time save compared to what they could be getting just by finding that extra bottle or powder or whatever over here.
Yeah, now if Pearl is in Village, this route in works out very well. I do like this route in, personally. I like it better in open mode when, you can choose your route anyway.
Synchronized Ice Rod Caves. And it pays off.
And there is a bottle! That's the whole point of doing this route.
It definitely pays off. Yeah, I wonder if that would have been like the last spot they went to before going to town, or went all the way up to Sahasrara, like you said.
It's probably I only know of one runner who has done that, where they've literally just left the town for last. They went so far as like going to Dark World before going to the village, so they're doing the exact same route, and this is very confusing.
You know what? I figure if you're going this far to do town last, why not take it a step further and maybe hope for the Moon Pearl in town? That way you can check these 2 items up here as you're going into the Dark World.
Yeah. That would actually be very good routing if you found the... You're one item away from the Moon Pearl, so you have to come into the village without cast. Or sorry, the Stallwoods anyway. We see Mentosman dodge the bombs, but Ampharos picks them up. It doesn't really matter. They were so high amounts anyway.
Takes the 2-second lead for not picking up those bombs. Very nice. And they did both skip the heart, so both comfortable enough with 5 hearts green mail with potential Dark World access early on. I think a full heart I would have grabbed. Maybe not a piece of heart, I guess, but a full heart this early on probably wouldn't be too bad. But, I mean, if you're comfortable enough, then do what you need to do to save time. Alright, on to the 5 chests in the Blind's Hut. Already found a good number of stuff. We're probably going to get a lot of rupees. I guess we did find that 300, didn't we? So they're probably pretty comfortable on...
Hey!
Okay, was looking almost vanilla there until that half magic.
Yeah, for those of you who are wondering, this is one of those rooms that you curse in vanilla as a casual player. It's like, well, why did I even come down here?
If not for that half magic, that would have been 100% vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
4 20s at the bottom and the heart piece up top. I'm really interested to see what this bottle kid's gonna have, because I really want the routing to pay off here. Whew,
and there's that 300 that would have paid for their trip for sure. So, hey, there's the Moon Pearl.
There is the Moon Pearl.
Let's see how these guys wrote that in.
Still quite a couple more items down here in town, but yeah, I don't know. The allure at already being at the north half of town, you could go right into village right there.
Well, I might have gone to Dark World already and just hoped for the mirror.
It's so tempting.
And then you like spend all this time in Dark World and the mirror's in Chicken Hut, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, of course that's how it would turn out. Mentosman getting stuck on the sweeping lady. I saw that. Don't think I didn't see that. Alright, sick kid. Did our crazy little routing pay off? Nope. That's fine, though. AA did not check the bottle kid. He didn't. I guess he forgot that he already had a bottle. Or maybe this is some crazy AA routing that I don't know. Who knows? Just the red boomerang on the ledge here. AmazingAmpharos is going up. Oh, he'll probably check it on the way back. If he didn't realize he had the bottle, he just realized it now. Going back up to the Village of Outcasts. Gonna be stopping past the sick kid on the way. And Mentosman.
Probably going to Height Cave.
Yeah, we're gonna get separate Dark World checks here. Separate halves of the Dark World here. Probably get a map check here as soon as we get in. Actually, we haven't even seen a Light World map check, so maybe not.
Some runners don't really believe in map checks. That's just like, I'll check it far later into the game when I actually have decisions to make.
There we go. I'm seeing 6 crystals. Okay. I saw the red pendant at Skull Woods, and I believe there was a 5 crystal at Ice Palace.
I believe that is correct, and the Skull Woods being a pendant means that kind of makes the back half more of a decision than normal.
Nice lantern.
And there's the lamp. That puts like part of Death Mountain into law. Hey, flippers. And the book. Wow. That is a good cave.
Yeah, it looks like what we saw was correct. Alright, so the green pendant, the blue pendant, and the other 5-6 crystal are in the Light World, though we're not sure where quite yet.
Okay, that is... Considering how good the... Considering we had such a good start to the seed, like item-wise, I was not expecting to get that much in in the proverbial hype cave.
Yeah, so
That's
quickly.
really good.
Got a bunch in Light World, and just a bunch right off the bat in Dark World. Usually it kind of trickles off, you know, as soon as you get into Dark World, because there's just so much available at once, but hey, we're keeping the trend today. There's a mushroom in the brewery, as it's so called.
A vanilla red marine spot, or one of them.
Yeah,
It's a weird spot.
yeah, either there, if you haven't gotten the blue one, I think, is the
That's correct.
reason that shows up. It's really specific. It's kind of weird, actually.
Yeah, 100% specifically avoids picking out the blue boomerang to get that red boomerang because of the definition being get the highest upgrade of all your inventory slots being 100%. So they skip pick out blue.
And that would be faster than going to the much faster, I suppose, than going up to upgrade it at the waterfall. And dug up some powder here. Mentosman, gonna be happy to find that before getting over to Village of Outcasts. Is gonna be able to check that right before hopping in. Speaking of hopping in, AA is into Thieves Town. Got the hammer, can definitely full clear the dungeon. Not the healthiest, but we do have that blue potion as a safety if required. Oh, there is the map check. The green pendant is at Desert Palace. The other important crystal is at Tower of Hera. And Eastern Palace is the red pendant, or blue pendant. It's one of the bad ones.
Okay, let's see where Mentosman picks up. Because, like, AmazingAmpharos also got a item, but it's a pretty annoying item to find unless he finds the mirror sometime soon or gets the flute. Very tricky to route in. Handing in the mushroom in this game.
Yeah, probably won't see that until we find the flute somewhere, or maybe if they're routing up towards Catfish and have the mirror and haven't already checked Zora for some reason. I don't know, it's a really specific situation. But just an empty bottle there from the bat, so yeah, not the best. Alright, AA in the so-called Hellway here. If you don't have the boots, you kind of have to walk and got no other safeties. Had to take it a little bit safe there not to get bodied by the enemies. I want to say everything in that room with the green mail does 1 heart, so it's it is still pretty dangerous when you're only at 6 max. But it did a pretty good job of getting through without taking too much damage, if any. Mentosman doesn't want to check the pedestal right now, and I understand that. There's really no reason. All of the pendants are actually, I feel, low requirements to complete, so whatever. I don't like talking about that if it's not actually a play, or if it's not actually, you know, able to be accessed or anything like that. I ain't one of those commentators that talks endlessly about the pedestal when it's not even relevant.
It's literally there's no seed where it's relevant until literally it is, because it is a 2% chance to be possible.
Alright, hey, not finding much in Thieves Town so far. That's fine, a little expected, I guess. Got a bunch of other places to go. Mentosman might be heading back up to Thieves Town.
Interestingly enough, the prize for that game was only 5 rupees, but he got the random 100 rupee like side prize, so that worked out.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Because it makes it an extra little jingle when you pick up the item. It's like if you're paying attention, you can find out when you get the 1 in 8 for it to be the first prize. I think it's 1 in 8.
You know,
it might even be 1 in 12.
As much as I hear that it's possible to get it first, I've never gotten it first my entire year plus of playing this game. So I have no idea.
Never gotten a good item first, but I know I've heard the extra jingle, and it's been like something bad. So I know that it plays like a very slight extra jingle.
Yeah, it does play the typical item find jingle when you get it. So I mean, I guess unless it's a heart piece, but what did Blind say? I haven't seen that one before.
I missed it too, but I still see it. I missed it. I know that they added right around the time of the GDPR being implemented. They added in a few extra lines for everything because I guess they had some available, and they wanted to throw in the privacy policy gauge.
Oh, I see.
So they updated the lines a little bit without a new version.
AA kind of had a. Oops, sorry, keep going.
I was just saying, which is nice because we've had tournaments where the version's updated mid-tournament, and it's caused a snuff among some people. So I appreciate not having a new version mid-tournament this time around.
Yeah, I think that's pretty alright. So, Blind Fight kind of got hairy there at the end. Had to use the blue potion, even though it ended up that he didn't take any more damage after using it. But got through the fight. Got a blue mail for this trouble. So nothing really out of Thieves Town. I mean, the blue mail's cool and all, and we got a crystal out of it. So I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Alright, Mentos getting into the meat of Thieves Town while Ampharos is heading down the Dark World loop here. Going to be ending at Hype Cave and perhaps going back up to check the pyramid. I don't think without the mirror that'll really be an idea. I'm thinking after this. Well, what's he going to do after this? Maybe Flipper's stuff. We do have the Flippers that we got from the so-called Hype Cave, so I could definitely see some Zora's Waterfall action coming in our future. Oh yeah, I guess interestingly, we did see neither runner go up to Skull Woods to check those, quote, practically overworld spots. Even with the Fire Rod, they could get all the items here if they really wanted to, but with as low survivability and equipment as we have, Mothula may be kind of a pretty scary fight. I suppose we do have half magic and Fire Rod, and would have had the blue potion, but I don't know. There's a lot of overworld checks we can still do. Well, at the time, there were still a lot of overworld checks we could do before dipping into a pinned dungeon like that. We may be able to complete Desert Palace, actually, depending on if it is boot-locked or not. It's definitely a chore to get down there, especially without the boots or the flute, to make that trip a lot faster. With no guarantees of clearing it, I'm not sure if we'll go there right away at all, actually. So I could see the swimming stuff down by the lake and Zora's Waterfall being the next place to go. Alright, AA is not saving and quitting to go back to Light World, is continuing the walk up here. Probably going to be checking Pyramid. I couldn't imagine he'd be going to Pod right now. While Mentos gets into the blind fight, we'll see if this goes a little bit better than AA's did. Perhaps can save the blue potion.
I'm interested, just his flippers would make this look really good with the mirror. But other than that, I'm not sure, like, the Pyramid, what he's going to do after Pyramid.
Yeah, Pyramid, Catfish, Mirror, Zora is, of course, the ideal situation, but unless that mirror is, like, here or on Catfish, that's just not going to be a reality.
That would be so good. But I guess Zora isn't that hard to check when you already have the flippers anyway, and,
Just going to go right for it?
I didn't see it at all. Yeah, because he's already halfway there, the boomerang is useful. It's kind of funny, though, that he didn't take the extra step to look at the item.
Well,
it was literally one extra step. It was kind of funny. Yeah,
I guess. Oh well. I guess we can check the stun prize now, though I don't think at this point we'll exactly need whatever it is, unless it's maybe a heart or fairies to help out later.
We already have half magic, so we have different routing coming out of Mentosman8. Looks like he's going to Zora and the vendor here. So they do have so they are divergent finally. The first 10 minutes they were almost like they were doing unorthodox strategies and both making the same choice. So wonder if we're gonna see more unorthodox route-in choices. Maybe the standard route-in is just not up to snuff, and we're gonna see these top runners deviate strongly from it.
Well, the answer looks to be kind of neither right now. Hobo and Catfish not having anything. I hope Mentos is probably hoping to find something down here so he can avoid going to take the trip back up to the pyramid. That would be really annoying.
Yeah. And AA's going back into the Dark World again. Not wanting shit Zora in the water. Oh!
Nope.
He's warping.
I don't think there was...
often.
Yeah, it's going up to
He's
Zora
handing
this
his
way.
mushroom.
Oh, the mushroom, of course.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then from here he can just walk up to Zora, so
Yeah.
that's definitely fine.
And then if he really wanted to, he could use the warp as well to check the bottle vendor. Or sorry, not the bottle vendor, the hobo, that's it. The bridge guy. I don't know why it took me so long.
Wow, this wasn't the right idea either. Does Zora have what we're looking for?
Maybe.
Or perhaps it is
It could be
down
on Death
in Desert
Mountain.
Palace. We don't.
But Desert's
yeah.
possible too.
Yeah, Death Mountain would be nice. I feel like Death Mountain would be okay to go to before Desert Palace, just because you'll get the save and quit point, and you'll be able to check the 2 items that you can get there right now, in case one of them happens to be like the boots to finish Desert.
Right.
Because going down to Desert Palace, finding there's nothing there, and then immediately having to come back would be really awful, actually. Yeah, we haven't seen the Eastern Palace area.
No, well, the desert could just be like finishable. There's nothing stopping it from being a compass or a map on the torch.
Sure.
In that case, we do have a fire source. We in fact have 2.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, the threat is always there of needing those boots, and it is the green pennant, so being unable to complete it probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world right now.
Is Mentosman8 going to Eastern right now? That would be. He is, yeah.
Yeah, not interested in cashing out that book quite yet. I think with this being a pendant is the reason that they're coming this way. Because it's highly likely you're not going to have to come back here to fight Armos. Maybe that's why they're trying to avoid Desert as much as possible as well, and this just had the quicker item density compared to down at Desert, where you have, what, only 2 guaranteed items, because you're not guaranteed to get anything out of Desert Palace itself right now. While this has a guaranteed 5 items you'll be able to get. It looks like Ampharos has the same idea to... Never mind. Never mind. Maybe after this. I'm sad A hasn't put that boomerang to use yet, checking out the stun prize.
Well, I mean...
Even though it's not necessary at all.
Yeah, we're only short on money if we suddenly do the 5 and 6 crystal and don't... Oh, hey, there's another bottle. And, like, never find another bit of money ever again. Because AA is like, a little bit behind on paying the rest of his rupees.
Yeah, we've already paid for everything that's really worth paying for. I think, well, we've already paid for everything except Pod. Is that right?
And the big bomb.
Oh,
that's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
I guess
He's like 20, 30 rupees off of paying for everything.
Yeah, alright. Mentosman8 has this game if AA never finds 30 rupees.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah, but AA is following in Mentosman8's footsteps. I believe there's a 300 in Adina, so that silly point is now moot.
Alright, one chest left in Eastern Palace. Hasn't been anything here except a nice red potion, which is a neat safety, I guess. At least 3 safety, but definitely not what we're looking for. Well, after this, I mean, desert's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
And the 2 items in Death Mountain that we can still access.
Pods. We do have a lamp, and I think AA is on the
Oh.
scent of pod.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
With
Nothing
that
comes
lamp.
up. I want to say that was the 3rd item that Mentos found in
Yeah.
Eastern Palace, though I'm not positive.
We're some people in chat are already talking about Doma. We are quite far away from Doma. There are a lot of items left. This seed is a mirror and flute required seed. It needs the cane. We need the hook shot. We need possibly an extra medallion or 2. We don't know yet. Golden gloves. Quite far.
Still no interest in Desert Palace. We're gonna have both runners heading into the Palace of Darkness. I'm gonna very quickly see if this is bow locked and if we're gonna be getting out of here. I suppose with all these potions that oh, I guess A doesn't have a potion right now, does he?
No, because that red potion was chilling in Easter.
Yeah, and he used this blue already on blind. So the sequence break potential is low if we happen to not be able to progress past this first chest. Oh, A has a green potion apparently, we're being told. Alright then. Well, we can continue in pod, so not having the mirror, have to take this kind of annoying walk out of here. No mirror, no bow. Makes a pretty slow pod, but sometimes you just gotta do it. Oh, but we'll be glitching, it looks like.
He
Heading
might have
down
even
towards-
bought in. He thinks far ahead. He probably bought the screen for this reason.
Oh, yeah, you might be right, actually.
Like there's a very good chance that he did this very intentionally. That rodent into like that warping into to grab that potion or to go grab a potion from his mushroom shop might have actually been like, because remember he hesitated to go into Dark World. His original intention might have been to go to Pod, and then he realized, hey, oh, he didn't get the glitch.
Uh-oh, gonna have to head back down. Oh, no,
Yeah.
but he used the potion, so that's not good.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. So he didn't do it far enough. You can do it like around the second torch and you're fine. That is unfortunate.
Must have went left a little bit too far when going into that doorway, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine, I guess. We know the bow won't be over there, nor will there be anything that leads to the bow, but, I mean, if you're going to be full clearing pod, except the boss anyway, it's definitely worth it, I think, to do that, so, because you're going to have to potentially double dip back in here. It is a crystal anyway, so once we get the bow, we'll be back to check those 2 chests anyway. But it would really stink if the big key was over there, because then you'd have to go, if you're interested in grabbing the big chest, you'd have to, you know, go all the way back there later on.
It also informs your route in a little bit more if you're counting keys, because there has to be 4 keys in the front half. You can kind of count, like, you can count your keys and skip a few locations once you know where all the keys are. So that's a very minor point. Is like, if those are both small keys, then the Harmless Hellway and the Vanilla Big Key just have to have an item. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. There's actually very good information that you can glean from being on that side. The bow can still be further into this dungeon.
Yeah, it certainly can. It can even be, as far as the big chest. I'm not sure if the small key amount. I'm not exactly sure on the small key amount right now. Like, I don't know if there's going to be any on the right side. Oh, okay. I think there has to be now. That chest right there wasn't a key. Unless there's 2 down here, maybe? Or 1? I don't know. Whatever. This key logic is not my strong point, okay? There's only... Okay, that was the last... I think that is the last small key. So does that mean there are 2 items on the right side? Past the bow?
Can't be keys on the other side. And...
I don't actually recall if AA checked the vanilla big key chest. I would assume so.
He didn't know. He hasn't checked the vanilla big key. So...
Really?
It
Okay.
Yeah, he skipped it.
Whoa. I like that. Right through
That
those
was crazy,
fires.
yeah.
That was pretty close. Well, we'll see what Mentos finds here.
Try to dash boost off of this guy so he can death warp.
Oh no, it was the big key.
Oh, he went. Oh no. Oh right. No, he's just death warping. He doesn't have the big key.
Yeah, he's going back to check that chest.
I didn't catch what it was on Mentosman's side.
It was the big key.
Oh.
So AA is gonna
That's
have to. Yeah, if he wants that big chest, he's gonna have to walk all the way back there. Looks like Mentosman will
Mentosman...
be. Yeah. We'll be doing the glitch, it looks like. I'll be using that blue potion. Or maybe the red one would make more sense.
If he finds progression... Oh, what? That didn't look right.
He wanted to move to the right, but I think...
That should do it. If he finds progression in... It's kind of weird to do this. Yeah, there we go. Now they're moving. That guy wasn't even all the way off screen, and it opened up the door. What a silly glitch.
That's pretty funny. I like it. So I believe that bow can still be over here. Oh wait, there's a key over here. Never mind.
The boat cannot be over here, but there is nothing. There is 1 item, but had to be 1 key and 1 item based on the key locations we already knew.
Well, if they didn't... No, because they couldn't get to the bottom part of pod to use the last key. So it's not like they could have soft-locked themselves out. So I think the bow can still be here. Because they would have needed the bow to access the last small key door.
Sure, which is the boss. So yes, you're right. Guess we'll find out sooner.
Well, whatever.
It's not, and this dungeon was completely bunked, so Desert Palace might hold the key. Desert Palace or Death Mountain.
Yeah, 2 items in Death Mountain versus at least 2 from the desert area. I feel like desert would be a little bit better.
Actually, there could be 0 in desert.
Right.
It could be a small key on the torch and a compass in the the other chests, which.
But if anything, we'll be able to check Agina and the desert ledge itself. So at least 2 from there. Yeah, at least 2 from those, and then however many we can grab from desert. Potentially, we can complete the dungeon and grab that green pin as well.
Let's see if these there's a group of people who like to do Adina first. Ninbon, Philion, even Dude all like to check Adina early. Feel it's the cat. Strangely, they're all mods of the tournament. They all have like the similar route, and they like to do this early Adina check. And we're giving them rupees, which isn't too terrible.
Alright, Mentos finishes up pod and is out of here. Saving Queen of the Link's house makes me believe that desert is the right idea, unless he hasn't done the mushroom yet. I don't quite remember. Oh, looks like it's gonna be... Oh, he doesn't know either. Yep, it's mushroom. I totally just missed what was on the ledge, but A is heading into Desert Palace. A little trouble there with Mentosman8 selecting the mushroom. I do that all the time. My last race I mismenued so much, it was super annoying. Nothing on the ledge? Alright, thank you chat for paying more attention than the commentators.
Hey, what's gonna be in this chest? Moment of truth. Is it small T?
Well. Oh yeah, I guess we haven't been to Skull Woods yet either, have we? We still have potentially 3
good.
items there. We can get oh yeah, we can get all the
Yeah.
items there actually. Both items.
Someone saying that they should go check Terra.
Oh.
Unfortunately, no. Okay, yeah, hi. They could have been on there a long time ago. They've had access to these gauntlets for a while.
Well,
Terra is not.
that's Ice Palace access. And what else? I suppose the blacksmith stuff. They can go do that now. And I think that's about it, because we don't have access to East Death Mountain, nor do we have the flute to get into the mire area.
Well, it is nice to find these before you've gone to Death Mountain ever. So.
Yeah, that's true. We could still potentially find. Okay, yeah, there's the compass on the torch, so desert is completable right now.
We know it was completable. It's just a matter of if that was going to be a required item. That would have been very interesting.
Oh yeah, because they already got
nope.
the big key over there.
There's the other item. He is saving, not even grabbing the green pendant. He is gonna use these newfound gloves that he has.
We're going to Ice Palace. I think that's what a save and quit right here means.
No, not if he's going to Light World.
No, he's going to Dark
no,
World.
he's using this warp again. But what does it mean?
What does it mean?
Oh, he's going. No, it can't be. Does he pick up potions and then going to? Because he's got only a sword. So no matter how good you are, you kind of want potions for Ice Palace.
Oh, all right, that makes sense. If you're not comfortable doing something, like you feel like you need to get potions, don't bang your head against it. Just go do what you need to do. So I definitely like it. We do have half magic and fire rod, so a magic refill is going to go a long way in this dungeon.
Oh yeah,
the boss.
It's going to help a lot on the boss to have some extra magic, because you might just want to fire rod it down with half magic. So, but yeah, fighting Cold Star with Fighter Sword is probably the worst thing, and Hammer isn't too much better.
That's true. I can attest to that. Hammer Cold Star is actually annoyingly difficult. I mean, there's only 3 giant puffballs moving randomly around the room.
And we need to bomb jump a bunch in this dungeon, actually. So, yeah, so he's going to need health anyway, so this is a good play. For those who want, and it's like, this is probably the right place. Like, there's a few plays you can make with this, but I think this is the best one. The chain is really close, like the blacksmith's chain. And Mentosman making the same decision.
That bomb placement almost hitting those 3 ping ones. Only managed to clip 2 of them. Maybe placed it just a little bit too early.
Very good bomb shots there. Didn't like them killed by like keeping them in place. Looks like Mentosman is just walked into Ice Palace. There really isn't anything else that you can do.
I feel like coming from above. I feel like coming from above maybe a little faster than coming all the way down here. I'm not quite sure.
I think walking. I don't remember which one's faster. I know walking on shallow water is very slow, but compared to just walking on land. But the land, a little bit faster.
The land is all grass, so it would be even slower than normal walking. But yeah, of the two options they had, this or the blacksmith chain, I do like this better. This is a crystal. You're gonna have to do it anyway, and you have the means of clearing it. The boss won't be too bad with half and fire rod, so just go do it. No reason to wait on Ice Palace. Let me put that out there for all you new runners out there. Go moding Ice Palace is pretty cool, but don't strain yourself waiting to go do it. Just go do it. Speaking of straining yourself, Mentosman just using bombos on this room, which is super annoying without the hook shot or the tempered sword or master sword, I guess, even to easily take them all out. Use those medallions to clear the room. You know, I'm under the impression that if you can complete a crystal, go do it. If you're gonna wait to find more items to be able to go mode it, that's just like time you're losing hunting for. Oh gosh, Mentos, watch out! Bombs coming back at you.
Yeah, getting that throw in properly can be annoying.
I got nothing in the. I guess the front half of Ice Palace. Ice Palace doesn't really have halves. It has one at the start and then way too long before the next chest. But I want to say we have found one item. I don't remember if we found two or not.
Yeah.
Like I think there was just the map in the freeze ward room, which would have been the second chest checked.
You found 10 arrows so far.
Yeah.
It's not that great. That does, man. Be careful. Oh, okay.
Barely
It's
gets.
very spooky.
Yeah. Squeezes right past that fire bar. I do like the bomb stack for the Mighty Ducks room there. And you don't have an easy way of taking them out.
Much cooler when you have boots and you jump over the ducks as they collide into your bombs.
Right.
But unfortunately, don't have boots. Don't have hookshot either. This is going to be a bomb jumpy dungeon. Yeah, you were right on the map.
This bomb jump isn't actually too much worse than the other normal Ice Palace bomb jump. This would be the, I guess the other one people practice more. It's not that bad. Just line yourself at the bottom there, place, and blow up. I want to say if you place that bomb to the left instead of up, you don't have to like move after placing it. It'll blow you down at that angle that you need.
True. I mean, it really doesn't. The bomb placement for that jump does not have to be exact. It's more important because it's a very small gap diagonally. So as long as it is kind of up to the left of your center mass, it should be fine. Hey, picking up that fairy there.
Showing off the fun little thing there that if you know where one of the bunny beams are that come out of pots, you can actually pattern them before you actually lift the pot. So if you know where they are, you can immediately take them out. Yeah, Mentosman doing what I was talking about. You just place it left and blow up. And both small keys were on the right side. Alright, I think Coldstare is going to have an item.
He is, but I don't think it can be the hook shot or Samaria.
Yeah, I really wish I knew the intricacies of Ice Palace key logic better, like
Me too.
however many keys on this side and the big key on this side means this and then that, and Master Sword's pretty cool.
Master lets us open up the
nothing, because we can't access either tablet.
right? Yeah.
Good find though. I mean, that's a nice compensation for having to do all of Ice Palace, I guess. Can definitely help out on Cold Stare as well, though we did get that safety blue potion and the fire rod, and I think Mentos still has his free blue potion as well. Taking no chances, just using that Bombos to take down the shell here. The fire rod does gold sword class damage on the Cold Stare here, so it's very, very great weapon.
Oh yeah, and if you can get multi-hits like he is, come on, and there we go.
Man, I don't even need that potion. See you later, dude. Great. Just the sword and shield, a nice palace. Both players going to be finishing up at about the same time here. I think we've seen extremely similar checks, if not 100% the same checks at this point. Yeah, we didn't get any progression there, did we? So we've got, what, blacksmiths and Skull Woods we haven't been to yet. And then I guess the 2 items on Death Mountain so far. So one of those is going to be right, or maybe more than one. The blacksmith is really annoying to go check without the mirror. So I'm not exactly sure if that will be the idea is to go do that. And if you go grab the frog, you're not going to be able to enter the boss section of Skull Woods, I'm pretty sure. Looks like AA is walking down here to... Oh, AA never checked the magic powder. So Mentos may be taking a very slight lead here, if they decide to continue on the exact same routes. Those myths make a very quick re-access in the Dark World here. Very nice to have those before, you know, coming back here to check more stuff. No, we're not going to Skullwoods quite yet. Looks like the blacksmith is the idea right now.
Yeah, doing pendants is not something you really want to do until you can do all of them. And they still don't have a bow. That's pretty much what they're like. If they find the bow, then maybe we start thinking about the pedestal and start thinking about pendants.
Yeah, until
I want to avoid as much as possible.
Yeah, until then though, they're not interested in it. Is as clear by not finishing Desert Palace right now. Once it starts coming down to it, though, I think we'll be seeing Desert. It's no point talking about that until we find the bow.
Pretty much.
Ooh, AA is heading into Skullwoods here while Mentos finds the red mail.
Nice.
I love that neon pink link here. Alright, Mentos is going through the long, arduous trek of mirrorless blacksmith chain.
Oh my gosh, the mirror's been there.
While AA can do
time.
AA can do the mirror full blacksmith chain. Oh baby.
Man.
Alright, that is the entirety of Death Mountain, except I guess Hookshot Cave.
Swamp Palace as well.
Swamp Palace can be dipped into
partially done.
And the various mirror caves littered around.
That's very good. That's crazy.
With that mirror, I'm not sure how long AA is going to stay here. He might just piece right out.
See, well, this is where you might like conveniently check the pedestal.
That's true. You could definitely do that, huh? I don't know. You might. I'm just thinking, just leave right now. Yeah, don't bother going to go check the other item.
I don't hate this. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is probably the much better idea. But this is probably the one time if they were gonna do it, they were gonna do it.
Yeah, the mirror just unlocks so much right now. It's hard to, you know, to stay inside a pendant dungeon with only one item left. I mean, even with like the promise of being able to check the pedestal, but I mean, who cares? By the time they can go, oh, hey, whoa. Yeah, gonna check the lumberjack ledge, it looks like.
That's a thing, like when you're already up here.
Oh no, Death Mountain, it looks like. Okay.
Yeah, in Death Mountain is a lot of checks. Like,
yeah, it really is. I was just interested in maybe seeing the graveyard ledge, but the item density that the mirror has unlocked is much, much higher up here. Mentosman going full blacksmith chain. Gonna be checking out the purple chest here. I'm not gonna be too thrilled to find out very shortly after this that the
yeah,
mirror was very available.
and I mean, it's funny that both these runners like delayed it for so long. This is for a lot of people a common check to check the front half. A lot of people don't even consider the front half of Skullwoods to be a like separate dungeon. It's more of just a check on the overworld. It's like
Yeah.
2 items.
Yeah, I do regard Skullwoods as practically overworld, so I can definitely see that. And dang, nothing out of the purple chest. So,
Heck, even in Entrance Shuffle, only the back half of the dungeon is its own separate dungeon because of how it works out.
mhm. There's the cape. Good. He's probably glad he already checked the bumper cage the bumper cave ledge. Oh no, Mentos is heading up to Death Mountain without the mirror, so gonna lose a little bit of time here, having to come back down the mountain and then climb back up to Spectacle Rock to use the mirror once he actually gets it. I hope this is something to logically clear Ice Palace, so they had to get the Master Sword in Ice Palace. Aw, dang.
It could still be locked behind it. Oh no, Mentos does not have the mirror and he's coming up here.
Yeah, he's gonna have to make another trip up the left half of the mountain here. We'll actually probably pick up that cape, because I don't think he's checked the bumper ledge quite yet. Yeah, just to address something in chat, this doesn't mean that like Mentos is super behind or anything. It's unfortunate that it's come down to doing this, but these are all checks that AA may check later on. So while he can do them a little bit faster with the mirror, it definitely doesn't put Mentos out of the running at all. This is very minor compared to what could happen, and it's easily time that can be made up with just like one different choice.
Like the chats are so open right now.
Well, I guess after checking, I'm not sure where Mentos is going. He's going. Okay. Oh, he's thinking cape into Spike Cave. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, this could actually save him here. Does he hasn't just Skullwoods, he just doesn't want to.
Well, I was thinking go check the bumper ledge, and then if it's not there, just where are you going? Go to. Was he getting a ferry? I guess. No, this is not the way to Spike Cave.
Yeah, maybe he kind of mind. He had like a little bit of a blank there. I think you were right, and that's what he meant to do. But I think he kind of.
This isn't where I parked my Spike Cave.
Yeah, it's like whoops. Wow, his brain just kind of like fried for a second. It happens.
But yeah, I'm thinking. I thought he was gonna go check the Bumper Cave ledge and then just go into Skullwoods from there. But I guess more interested in checking this, which this would have been my downfall. I wouldn't have thought of this until the very end. But with the half magic and the cape, this is just trivial to get through. Ah, dang. Mentos being very thorough before going back into Skullwoods, which is not a good thing. Ooh, hey, there was some nice footwear hanging out on the Lonely Island, and with the Myths and Mirror in hand, we will be able to grab those.
Now I kind of want the hookshot to be in the boots chest in the hookshot